So young OG, everything I do, know I'm doing it in threes. KIG, hyphen, and I keep my faith. It's a Trinity teaching through the track, yeah, I be it. MPs on me moving loose, psychic tacting, man, I see it. Capricorn, it's MC 333. Welcome back to the channel. Back at it again with another one as usual. Shout out to all my magicians tapping in. Shout out to all my magicians checking in, staying updated with the daily uploads, all that stuff, weekly uploads. Make sure you check your sun, moon, ascendant sign so you guys never miss a beat. If you're new here and you're watching for the first time, you can hit the description box, and there you can learn a little bit about the channel, and hit the first link below if you want to learn a little bit more, or if you're looking for anything related to personal readings, questions, answers, and stuff like that. Don't hesitate to drop a comment below. Give a shout out to where you're tuning in from. I'd love to see how we span around the globe and how this channel and community is growing. Much abundance and many blessings to all of you, all my viewers. Capricorn, if you're sun, moon, ascendant, progress, this is your reading here. We're going to get a little input on your current circumstance situation, give a little insight, see what's blocking you, maybe see what's holding you back, see what may need to be let go or put in the past. Best outcome for you, stuff like that. So if you're a Capricorn, sun, moon, ascendant, or progress, this is your reading. Appreciate you guys tuning in. I hope all my Capricorns are doing well up there. Hope all my Capricorns are doing well. Shout out to everyone been tuning in, tapping in, drop a comment below. Let me know how you're feeling. Let me know how you're doing. Show me Capricorn. Capricorn, show me Capricorn. Show me Capricorn, Spirit, show me Capricorn. What's your energy like, Capricorn, right now? How's your current circumstance situation? I'm getting a little bit of anxiety for you guys. Some of you guys maybe feeling a little anxious currently. You need to ground your energy a little bit. We have the Ace of Swords. We have the Seven of Discs. We have the Ace of Wands. We have the Hierophant. Four of Cups. Oh, we got the Tower. Yep. We got the Aeon. Okay. So this Ace of Swords energy can be, you know, what I'm feeling here with things with a little anxiety. We got the Ten of Wands as well for the underlying story. Some of you guys can be feeling a little bit oppressed, can be feeling like you're doing a little bit too much. Maybe that's where that's coming with but that's what's creating the anxiety. A little bit too much action being took right now towards certain things. Very fiery, very passionate. There could be anger towards certain things. With that fire energy, that Martian energy. You know, Mars is exalted in Capricorn as well. We're going to pick a mystery card for you guys to kind of give us this confirmation. It's the confirmation card that we're going to be pulling at the end of the reading. Kind of give us some insights here. Show me Capricorn, show me Capricorn. Oh, cards are slippery. Mystery card helps us tie everything together. Maybe we'll get a little glimpse of what's going on currently, Capricorn. We'll grab this mystery card right from the top, put that right off to the side. That will be checking in at the end of the reading, so make sure you stay tuned. At the bottom of the deck, we do have the Devil. Capricorn, your energy currently, you know, that is a representation of the Capricorn energy within the tarot right there. So, you know, we do have your energy here. We are very aware of what's going on, right? Currently. So, okay, with that Devil energy too, some of you guys can be very focused towards and on material right now, maybe on your status. Maybe there's a shift in status. Maybe there's something that's holding you, kind of bounding you from shifting your status or from coming into this rebirth aeon energy right here at the end for this outcome card, right? Maybe you are clinging too much onto the material world. Maybe that can feel like it's ruling over you right now, you know, in some way, shape, or form. Or maybe it's just you moving forward and taking action, you know, taking control over your foundation. But are you taking control over your foundation, or is your foundation and material taking control over you, Capricorn? Always remember that. You can't let your status, you know, control you. Remember, we are not material possessions. We are not a title. We are much more than that. You know, as spirit is representation. So always remember, don't place too much self-value on the external world. Because once these external things disappear, your value for yourself, your self-value disappears, Capricorn. Always keep that in mind. So looking at the spread here, I'm going to get handy dandy key. Capricorn, you may need some protection, so I'm actually going to get handy dandy Himalayan salt right here. Put that on that mystery card. See what that is. But I see we have air, I see we have fire, I see we have earth, I see we have water. I see all the elements here, right? Air, earth, fire, water. With some major arcanas. But with this tower energy, I feel like this may be out of balance, in the wrong areas, right? Where you're supposed to have connection, you have fire. Where you're supposed to have fire, you have air, right? Like, where you're supposed to have earth, you have water. Like, things like that, you know? For some of you guys. May seem like there's a shift going on right now, or something needs to shift. Something needs to give here. I think with this tower within this sixth position, that's the best path to take position. And I feel like something needs to give here, right? What is that needs to kind of crumble in order to build back up again? Or, you know, what needs to be shifted, Capricorn? You have the Ace of Swords here in position 1, the past position. This can be a mindset, you know, this can be a conversation. This could be a mentality that maybe you've moved forward, you know, or you had a conversation that you kind of left in the past, or a conversation that may need to be had that was left in the past. Or maybe this conversation is what made you move forward, right? Maybe there was a separation with this Swords energy. Like I always say before I get into this too, this isn't just a love and relationship reading. It's not just a business and career reading. This is a life reading. So Capricorn, I feel like this could have been a separation of some sort. You separating from someone, something, some circumstance, right? And, you know, the sword was in your hand. I think you took control into this separation, and you kind of, maybe it was a conversation that was had. We see some fire here. Maybe you were too passionate. Maybe you were too aggressive, right? But the sword was in your hand here. You did separate from something, possibly in a harsh way with this fire energy, right? Or, you know, in a very passionate way, but that, you know, it can come off as aggression sometimes, Capricorn, because we do have the Ace of Wands. So I feel like this Ace of Wands and this Ace of Swords is significant. This is the hidden influence position within your environment. So I think within the environment there was some friction here, some fusion, some friction, some fire, some Martian energy, some hatred, maybe some overly fueled passion, you know, hidden passion, hidden animosity, certain things like that, right, within your circumstance, within your environment. And I think maybe you've had to separate in some way, shape, or form. But we have the Seven of Discs here, and this is the failure card currently in the present. And you may feel like you ran into a failure of some sort of circumstance, situation. Maybe you separated from something that maybe wasn't so good with this hidden energy. Maybe the separation was needed. But where you're at now is not the best space either, right? And we do see failure within the Seven of Discs, and this can be material failure, this can be business failure, this can be work failure, this can be income failure. You could feel like a failure with this Ace of Swords. You could think like you're a failure right now, right? And this can have you very, very, very aggressive, very passive aggressive. Very passive aggressive, right? And you know, this is a Saturn card too. That's your energy, and I really do feel like maybe that's the underlying story. Maybe this material, this status, is controlling you with that devil energy that we seen earlier, right? And you can't get a grips. You can't get a grips on your foundation. You can't get a grips on your status, and maybe this is why you're feeling fueled right now, feeling a little angry right now. You know, your trigger is really easily switched right now, right? And if this isn't a circumstance or situation, maybe it's something that's to do with yourself, right? Internal, esoteric, and maybe you haven't been thinking. You know, for an earth energy, you know, the disc deals with earth deals with four, and this can be logical thinking. Maybe you've been too logical to where you haven't seen things grow. You haven't seen things grow and prosper within yourself, right? Maybe you need to think a little bit more logical. But with this current moment, with this current card in the present, I feel like this could be too much logical thinking. And this underlining passion right here, this underlining fuel, needs to be transmuted into something positive, right? Because we can't make decisions when we're angry. We can't make decisions when we're frustrated. We don't have any clarity here with this Ace of Swords. I think we've lost the clarity. That's why it's in the past. I feel like we've lost the clarity here, right? This is the way I'm seeing it with the positions. I feel like this is an upcoming transformation, an upcoming rebirth in some way, shape, or form. You're entering a new time. You're entering a new aeon. A new moment of life, a new state of being, right? Because as we move forward here with this Ace of Wands, this is in your environment. This can be within yourself, right? Within your own body. There's some fuel, there's some fire, there's some aggression, right? Something's got to give because we can't make decisions when we're frustrated. That's where mistakes happen. We need to ground ourselves in a way where we realize that it's not our status that brings us the grounding and the calm. It's us that brings us the grounding and the calm that allows us to achieve and grab the status and see the opportunity. I feel like it's kind of backwards for you right now. You could be chasing the material, chasing the status. But what you don't realize is the status and the material comes from within. We have to ground our spirit first and ground our physical first and move with peace and clarity, so that we can achieve and develop the right status that's for us. I feel like with this 7, you're going towards everything. You're trying everything. Let me go here. Let me go there. Let me try to do a little bit of this. Let me do a little bit of this. Let me do a little bit of this. And you have a lot of action in you right now. You have a lot of fire. You have a lot of fuel. Like you're dedicated to achieve. And I feel like that's what that devil energy is. You're dedicated to achieve. And the status and material is ruling you because you want to achieve this thing. You want to get this structure. You want to get this money. You want to get this status. And I think we need to realize that we got to slow down a little bit here. We got to slow down a little bit here. We got to get the clarity, right? We got to say, all right, what's controlling us? Is the material controlling us, or are we controlling the material, right? It's a fine line between that, Capricorn. It's time for you to start looking within a little bit, not without, right? Because over here, in position 4, obstacles that need to be overcome, we have the Hierophant. We have the Hierophant. This is 5 in the major arcanas. This can be your own emotions. This can be a figure in your life, a higher figure, you know, that an authoritative type figure, or this could be you, like within yourself, as some sort of authority, like being hard on yourself and kind of trying to learn from everything you've done, right? And you want this power, you want this Hierophant, this Hierophant, this wisdom and this learning, and really moving forward with strength and things of that nature. This is 5. This can be, emotional, emotional wisdom. Maybe there's something within your emotional state you got to kind of learn from, right? You kind of have to look within, like I said, and tap into your emotions. And I feel like this will help you overcome certain things, because when you see how you feel towards certain things and you listen to your heart, Capricorn, you're going to realize this is where all the wisdom lies, right? In an expansive heart and a compassionate heart, right? When you open your heart, it's not just for you, but you see this unfold within your reality, within your surroundings, within your family. It's you, the one that has to open your heart, right? In order for this thing to appear, in order for you to really achieve this status, right? You can't keep chasing, right? You attract the material is attracting you right now. And I think that's why you may be losing this clarity, and you might be maybe frustrated, because what you want really isn't there. And because you're not tapped into your emotions, you may not know what you want with this 7. Like, there's certain things you may got to stop doing. There's certain things you may got to cut out. Like, there's certain things that you may need to separate from that you haven't separated from yet, that's overbearing, and it's been too long here, right? Really getting that for some of you guys. Maybe you haven't separated yet, and some of that separation is needed, Capricorn. Right? We go into position 5 here, others' perspectives. Cancer. Maybe in connection with a Cancer, maybe a Taurus, right? January 5th, January 7th, January 16th, right? January 4th, some of you Capricorns. Because other influences, as the horn of confirmation blows, other influences, right? Others' perspectives here. I think they may be looking at, I think you may be trying, listen, I think you may be moving and acting so harshly towards this foundation because you know, or you have a sense that others' perspectives see you as this luxurious individual that always has it put together, right? Maybe you were used to that. Maybe you're used to having it put together very often, right? But here I feel like it's not what it seems on the outside. Something's given right now, right? Maybe you're used to luxury. Maybe you're used to this luxurious status, luxurious lifestyle, luxurious love, right? Someone else had luxury, I believe. Was it Libra? Check the Libra reading. This may be significant to you. Check your sun, moon, ascendant as well if you have Libra in your chart. Any prominent placements? Progress. All right. And maybe you're used to nurturing something, having this luxury. Maybe people know that from you. Maybe people are used to that, right? Seeing that you have this luxury and things of that nature. And maybe that's why you may be so hard on yourself with this Ace of Wands here. This fuel, this anger, because you know that others may see you as, you had this luxury or you have this luxury, but now it may not be there. It may not be the same. So it's kind of frustrating you right now with this Ace of Wands energy. Right? Because something's not this. I'm getting something's not the same here. Yeah. I'm getting something's not the same. Something's changed for you, Capricorn. Something's changed. Right? And I feel like you right here, you got to stop being so hard on yourself with this Hierophant energy. I feel like you have the knowing. You have the gems. You have this, you have that, you have achieved this before. You achieved that. So I feel like because you know that, or maybe you achieve certain things, you're not letting up, right? You're not letting up here. And I get that you've achieved certain things. But you got to understand it's important to adapt. It's important to understand when to change, when to shift. To understand what needs to give at certain moments of time, right? Because the best path to take is the tower. Like, is the tower. Something has to get shaken up here. Something needs to change. There's a shift that needs to happen. And you have to realize this. Because you don't shift this yourself. It may get shifted. It may get shifted from this external world, from this external world, from this failure, maybe trying too much, maybe being too heated. And instead of being the tower where you got to shift the perspective and you got to shift what you got going on, this may be the upside down tower, to where it just may never stop, and it just may keep being chaotic, and then maybe because you don't want to give something, let it up. There may just be more heat coming on, more heat, where it seems like an endless cycle and you can't get a grips. You don't want that, Capricorn. You want to keep this upright, right? But in order to keep this upright, you have to be the one in control. Not the material, not the external world being in control of you. You get what I'm saying? Once you're in control, you can make the conscious decision to shift what needs to be shifted, to see what's not been working, analyze that, how that needs to be changed, how that needs to be adjusted. Maybe you have a new passion here with this Ace of Wands, right? What's this underlying passion? Maybe there's a lingering thought, right? Because you have the Ace of Swords. Maybe you have some clarity on what needs to be changed already, but it's hard for you to shift it, right? Maybe you're so used to these other ways of making your money, doing business, thinking, right? Practicality. What's this? If this isn't frustration or anger for some of you guys, Capricorn, what's this hidden passion that you know you love to do, that you know you're driven towards, right? Because instead of the hatred and the over passion becoming hatred, this can be motivation, right? What motivates you? What drives you, right? What pushes you to develop some discipline to achieve certain things? Look at that fire. Find that internal fire. Move with that. And that's going to allow you to shift what needs to be shifted, because you're following your passions now. You're following your true motives. You got to follow what truly motivates you and not follow the external world and allow that to motivate you and fuel you, because now when that's not successful, this fuel's not going to be passion, or it's not going to be motivation, but it's going to turn into overly passionate and hatred energy, to where the fire burns everything down, right? So there's two sides of the things here, two sides of polarity, Capricorn. You're going to know which side you're on, right? You got to use your intuition and do your due diligence to see which side you're on right now. But you got to shake this up on your own. This is the path you got to walk. There's something that needs to give. What is it that you need to let go? What is it that needs to be adjusted? Is there a mindset that needs to be adjusted? Is there a job that you need to leave behind and go towards this individual passion, know what you love to do, right? Is there a conversation that needs to be had with the relationship that has to be done in a practical manner, right? Was there a separation that you separated from that now you feel like it was the wrong thing to do, right? Is there adjustment that needs to be there? It's a few circumstances here with these cards right now. Like I said, this is a life reading. This can be a mindset, a conversation, or a way of thinking, right? 7 of Discs. This can be thinking too practical, right? So, for example, when you're having a conversation with someone, you're assuming what that circumstance is already. You're assuming what this conversation will be. You're thinking practical about a situation that maybe hasn't happened yet, right? It could be that too with the 7 of Discs. I already know the outcome. Or I already know what's going to happen. Or I already know what happened with that, because I, back then I learned from this wisdom. So this Hierophant, I already know what's going to happen. I already know what's going to happen. Oh, I already did this job. I already did this job. I already did this. That's why you got to overcome this, because you're kind of being stubborn here with that Taurus energy. Yes, this is that Taurus energy. So there's some stubbornness here. And that's what you need to overcome. Because you got to understand something needs to give, right? Don't assume every outcome and let go of some of that expectation. What things do you need to cut out here with the Seven of Discs, whether it's job, whether it's practical thinking, do you need to cut out and start listening to your internal fire, right? What really drives you, really motivates you. Because if there's something here, whether it's relationship, whether it's job, whether it's whatever the case may be, that's not really motivating you, maybe that's not even really giving you that foundation you're looking for, then I feel like that needs to be shed. And you got to follow your underlying influence here, right? Your hidden influence, this internal passion, this internal fire, right? On the other hand, this can be failure because of this internal fire and or hatred for some Capricorns, right? There's some hatred inside right now, some overly passionate Capricorns that are, because they're moving with this hate energy and this anger, they're not finding any opportunities right now. That's blocking you from nurturing your status. Yes, right. That, because this is a hidden influence for some. So you guys will know based upon these themes that I'm breaking down right now, right? I just want you guys to get a clear picture here, so you understand a little bit more on how to move forward, right? This Tower, something needs to give. Something needs to give, and this is up to you. How you got to make that decision. What needs to give, right? What needs to be let go? What needs to be separated from? What needs to shift? Right? What needs to shift? What needs to be let go? And you're gonna know, because the tower, you're gonna know, because you're gonna feel like something's crumbling right now. Whether it's a relationship, a business, a job, a circumstance, something's crumbling. So you're gonna know whatever's crumbling, you gotta make a change there, quick, swiftly, right? That's the path. That's the path for you to walk down, Capricorn. We got the Aeon here as the outcome card. This is going to put you into a it's going to put you into a new level of this Tower. It may seem bad, maybe seem chaotic right now with these things crumbling. You're entering the new world. This is going to allow you to enter the new world, the new time, and this is going to be uncomfortable, Capricorn. But I see you're going to start listening to yourself more. You're going to start listening and learning from your past situations, developing some sort of wisdom, more meaning and reasoning towards certain things. And this is going to put you into a new era of life, a new sense of mind, a new way of living. But the shift needs to happen. The Tower needs to happen, right? Right now, I'm feeling like this is maybe in the storm. I think this was maybe the calm before the storm, but now you're in the storm. And you're watching certain things. You got to go down that path. You got to go through the storm now. Watch certain things crumble. Understand that things need to crumble in order for new to be built, right? Like, in order for new to come in, you got to let go of the old, right? Out with the old, in with the new type energy with this Tower. So what's the old that needs to get out and what's the new that needs to come in? You're going to realize that. When you realize that, this is going to put you into a new time, a new age, a new eon, a new way of being. It's like walking through a portal, right? To where you're going to know, you're going to have the wisdom. That judgment energy. You're going to know what's good for you, what's not good for you. All right. This judgment energy as well for some of you guys, Capricorn. Have a little bit of Libra energy here. To watch the Libra reading. But for some of you guys, Capricorn, this Tower, based upon this luxury, overcoming this thing, this could be an authoritative figure, right? The failure, the Ace of Wands, the anger. This is a situation. This is fire. This is hatred. This is anger. This is anger because of something else that maybe you separated from that's frustrating you with this in the past. And it's blocking you from achieving your foundation, your status. You that's gonna lead you, because you're frustrated and because you're moving with anger and you're not achieving the status, that's gonna lead to either you overcoming yourself to shift something and not being stubborn within yourself, or some sort of authoritative figure coming in your life that's gonna stop you because you're moving with anger. You're gonna create a blockage here for some of you Capricorns. I'm not telling you this to scare you. I'm not telling you this for fear. No, this is just some real life stuff right now. You can't keep moving with anger because you're going to get caught up somewhere with this Hierophant. And this Hierophant is going to teach you a lesson. And that's one of the things you might have to overcome here. This is in the earthly realm. It's on the physical. And then this Aeon energy, this is the Judgment card in the Major Arcana. This right here, if this is an external figure that you got to overcome, an authoritative figure, maybe a person within government, right? To where you're going to have to listen to him or listen to that person, place it, whatever the case may be. The Tower, because of that, it may be causing the Tower where things are going to seem like they're falling and collapsing because you're not running it. Because your status is, you're not achieving this status. You're angry. There's this thing now you got to overcome, this external factor, maybe an authoritative figure, right? So you may be put into a situation where others may feel for you, right? Others may feel for you because they know that you could have done something better with this Cups energy. So their heart is opening for you because they see the anger that you're in, see the fire, the water. But you're not seeing that right now with the present moment in this failure energy. You may feel like a failure or think like a failure. And that's what, and because you're angry based upon the separation or past conversations and arguments and things of that nature with this Swords energy, it's blocking you right now. You're not seeing clearly. So you may have thought that you had the sword in your hand here with this Ace, but you're frustrated because of you. This has something to do with you, and I think it's maybe the separation that you decided, right? You made a decision to separate. Now you're angry at it, and now you can't achieve the status and foundation that you're used to. And something may happen to where you're gonna have to overcome this authoritative figure. Others may feel sorry for you. Now things may be crumbling. You gotta go down the crumble now, right? And then this can be judgment. This can be a physical judge. To where this figure right here is what judges you from going down a certain path. And this can be the court system. This can be the legal system with this Saturn energy here, the Hierophant, the Aeon, right? Be very mindful here, Capricorn. Be very mindful here, Capricorn. You can't keep moving with hate. Something has to, for the best thing I can say right now, something has to give. You gotta calm your mind. You gotta calm this frustration. You gotta understand, all right, you can't keep chasing this material status, because I feel like when you chase this with anger, something's gonna come up. You're blocking yourself right here. You're gonna take 2 steps back, especially with this Tower, because I feel like this Tower is not willingly. You get what I'm saying? I feel like if for some, you gotta do this willingly. For others, this won't be willingly, and this may be judgment for some by this authoritative figure. And that's what's going to put you into this new way of being, new eon, new time. You get what I'm saying? That's what may have you seeing things differently, because this individual is connected with this. I don't want to see anything like that, right, happen to you, Capricorn, because of your status, because of this anger. This could be the physical court system within reality. This can be a physical representation of a judge. This can be an authoritative figure within the government that's forcing you to walk down this tower and shake up the path you got to walk, right? Something has to give, something has to shift, because whether it's not that, there's some things too, and maybe this hasn't happened yet, but you can change this. Remember, you can change this, and it's time for you to be wise here. Learn from your past mistakes. Learn from these conversations. Learn from this anger and calm down this fire right now. Calm down this fire. This is the underlying influence. You need to water out this fire. And I think you got to use some of this luxury, some of this connection, some of these other perspectives. Maybe you have some conversations with a friend. Talk to a loved one. Talk to a family, right? Because you need to calm down here. I get that sometimes separation may not be easy, but something needs to dial down. Because you keep running this fire, it may not be pretty. Yeah, because I felt anxiousness before the reading. For some of you guys, this is internal. This is something you got to overcome with yourself. For others, this is within the material world, right? And this could not be an authoritative figure for some, and this could not be the court system for some. Not everyone walks that path, but for some, it may damn well be, right? This right here can be representing of internal stubbornness and to learn from your own wisdom. The Seven of Discs. Understand that you got to find something that you're looking to nurture something within your status, but there's too many things going on here. There's no connection to it. There's no love for it. There's no passion, right? I don't feel like, and if there is passion, you got to know, all right, what's the thing? What are the 1-2 things that I'm passionate about that I can cut out some time from these other things and focus on those things, right? Really focus on those things. I feel like you're focusing on too much. For others, stop assuming far ahead within your outcomes, within your situations. I get you're the thinker and you're the practical one, but there's no need to assume sometimes. And it's time to let things play out and for you to not jump in the way and try to take control of the situation, right? For others, in order for this foundation and status to be successful, you got to find your internal fire, your internal love, your internal passion, right? That passion that really motivates you in a positive way, though, right? That's going to help you with this failure energy, this Seven of Discs, assuming the outcomes and justifying certain things, and right. Capricorn. Let's get into this mystery card, Capricorn. Wow, if you guys would like an extensive reading, definitely hit that link below, Capricorn, because this situation I'm really getting can be very complex for many of you guys. That's why I'm kind of trying to give you as many scenarios that I can see for some of you guys right now, Capricorn. Thank you, Handy Dandy Himalayan Salt. Namo Himalaya. Drop a comment below. Let me know what you think this mystery card is. I see all elements here, a little bit mismatched. See some major arcanas. We had some devil energy before. Let's see. Oh. See? This is emotional. This Ace of Swords and separation can be connected to this 5. This is that confirmation card. So this 5 of Wands could have in relation to do with this separation, and you could be hurt emotionally right now. See, because fire is emotion as well within the elements, right? Fire signs are the feelers, just like the water signs. But fire signs display their emotions. Water signs internalize their emotions. And I think you're really displaying your emotions, and you're really displaying this fire, and you're trying to direct it towards this status, but it's not going to happen like that. This separation caused emotional change that may be giving you anxiety with this swords energy. This is intellect, thinking, thought, right? Capricorn, stay on your toes, stay grounded, be aware. It's time for you to tap into your awareness here. It's time for you to understand that it's not the best to assume everything, and some bridges don't need to be burned or harshly separated from. Right? It's time to understand that moving forward, you can't always move forward with anger. Moving forward and making decisions under anger or angry thoughts are never good, never prosperous. Because it blocks our perception from thinking clearly about the situation. Whenever you're angry, you need to take a step back. You need to take a step back, and you need to assess the situation and make the best decision that's in harmony with you, your circumstance, your relationship, whatever the case may be. Capricorn. All right, this is it for you guys. Thank you for tuning in. If you guys want an extensive on this, hit the link in bio. This is a major reading right here. And also can be a warning to my Capricorns. All right. Like I always say, I'm watching from afar and I'm rooting for you. My viewers are the most important part of this channel. Thank you for tuning in. Comment down below. Let me know where you're tuning in from. Also, Capricorn, tune in with me every Saturday. We're gonna follow up with this. Also, let me know how you're feeling below. Really interested to see how you're feeling. Let me know what resonates. Thank you, Capricorn. Namo Himalayan. Love and gratitude. I'll see you soon. Yeah, G, we keep it going. Hold my hand, you know we stay flowing. Keep it going, cause you know it's flowing to the top, damn. And you know it's MC, stay with the post. Yeah, shitty past, man, gotta forget about that. And we all have a story, so I'm never looking back. And I remember thumbing through my first candy go bang. Little baby, you was there too, do you remember that? You made me floating to the top. Even though I know it's hard and lonely, but you know it never stopped. It was back in the day, me and JJ came to the streets.